And so let's see, Mark Phillips, Ms. Holmes.
I'll do the motion and do the data pool side. And I checked the first allegation. It says an Orange County case. I did check with North County. They said the case has not been filed. They said it's in review.
Okay. All right, so are you Mark Phillips?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Phillips, best you can, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And will your client waive the formal reading of the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Phillips, in clause number 21-36585, I have a motion to revoke your community supervision. Shows that you were placed on probation September 13th of 2021 for the third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. And that was a 10-year term in prison that was probated for 5 years. Is that correct?
All right, pause right here. This is serious. The judge is laying out a probation violation tied to a firearm offense. That's already a big deal, but now there's a new alleged assault case on top. Even though it's ended review, it still puts the defendant in a risky position. Let me ask you, should someone be penalized for a case that hasn't even been filed yet?
It alleges that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the new offense of assault family violence in Orange County on October 3rd of 2025. And is that true or not true? Count 2 alleges that you provided a urine sample August 13th, September 10th, and October 13th of 2025 that tested positive for marijuana. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 3 alleges that you admitted to your Orange County probation officer that you used marijuana on or about August 27th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 4 alleges that you provided a urine sample November 6th of 2025 that tested positive for marijuana. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 5 alleges that you admitted to the use of alcohol on August 27th of 2025 to your probation officer. Is that true or not true?
True.
And then count 6 alleges that you failed to prove the attendance of AANA meetings as directed by the substance abuse evaluation. Is that true or not true?
True.
So did you enter your pleas of true to counts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 freely and voluntarily? And because those counts are actually true. All right, then I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 2 through 6 freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing, get the probation department to do an updated report that'll give me more information about what's been going on, maybe get some more information about that count 1, the assault case, if the state intends to bring any evidence with regard to that. Well, I would think an 11 o'clock hearing would be enough.
Should be true.
Okay, so we'll set it at 11 o'clock for a hearing on sentencing. All right, go back with the bailiff.
Again.
Oh, sir, she needs your fingerprint, please. Daniqua Washington.
She's pleading all, so all counts.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to make sure they bring her over to Mr. Mayor. I'll do that when we finish.
Just a misdemeanor attorney, I can send them an official call for the woman, not prosecutor.
It might be Andrew. Okay. Andrew.
Good morning. Are you Shaniqua Diane Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Holmes, will your client waive the formal reading of the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Washington, in cause number 24, DCCR 2370, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation August 26th of 2025 for the offense of theft of property with previous convictions. And that was a deferred probation for 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It alleges that you violated your probation. Count one alleges that you committed the offense of failure to identify with intent to give false information on October 4th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
True or not true?
Yes, true.
Thank you. Count two alleges that you failed to report as directed to the probation department in October of 2025. Is that true or not true?
True.
Three alleges that you failed to provide verification of performing the community service hours as required. Is that true or not true? I'm sorry?
True.
Count four alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 1:23 a.m. October 4th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count five alleges that you failed to provide verification of completing the theft prevention class. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count six alleges that you are behind in your court assessed fees. And is that true or not true?
True.
Right. Did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead true to those counts because they're all actually true?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've reached with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? So it looks like the agreement is for me to continue you on probation. There would be a 90-day jail sanction with credit for any time that you've been in custody on the motion.
Now this is where things get interesting. The prosecution and defense agreed on a lighter extension, but the judge steps in and says not enough. This is a powerful reminder judges are not bound by plea, can go stricter if they feel. Justice demands it. Do you think the judge made the right call by extending it to a full year instead of 7 months?
And that I would extend it for 7 months. 7 months is a bit of a random time frame. What's the reason for 7 months? Usually it's,
We worked out 7 months because that's about the amount of time she has missed
okay.
because of inaction or,
Cause she was just placed on probation in August.
All right.
so it brings her back to her original sentence.
I think what I would rather do is you go ahead and do the full year. I appreciate Ms. French being generous with that, but I think if you didn't show up, you don't necessarily just get to back where you were. I think there needs to be a little further sanction than time served and getting back where you were. So I understand that's the agreement, but I can extend. It's up to me to do that, regardless of any agreement. So that is what my intention will be. I'm going to make a notation that,
Could be 1 year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
extended a year. State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted any evidence that Ms. Washington's not competent.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Washington, you're getting a great opportunity today. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation. But I'm going to follow the agreement with the exception of what I said as far as how long I'm going to extend your probation. I'm going to continue you on probation. I'm extending your probation by 1 year. I'm ordering that you serve 90 days in jail as a sanction. You will only receive credit since you've been in custody on the motion to revoke your probation. I don't know how much you have, but you'll receive credit for that. And then it sounds like you'll go from here, maybe down to misdemeanor court to take care of that other case.
Yes, ma'am.
You did not get off to a good start. I want you to understand that this is your second chance here and that you will not get a third. So if you violate probation again in any way, you're going to be back in here and you'll be looking at being revoked and going to prison. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed. So you have waived your right to appeal. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, Ms. Fitch.
Yes.
This is Mr. Coleman's Kaylin Thornton. Good morning, sir. Are you Kaylin Thornton? And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
The state's elected to proceed on the lesser included. Instead of the aggravated promotion of prostitution, the state's proceeding on a promotion of prostitution under 4303 of the penal code.
43.
03 of the penal code. It makes it a third degree as opposed to the first degree that the aggravated promotion of prostitution is.
Thank you. And will he waive the formal reading of the indictment as?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Thornton, in cause number 26 DCCR 0220, the state's elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a third-degree felony promotion of prostitution from November 15th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And because you did what they've charged you with?
Yes.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 10-year term in prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 10 years. There would be a $1,000 fine. You would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, including remaining away from the Northridge Manor Apartments at 4155 Maida Road in Beaumont. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Thornton's not
No,
competent?
Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentence. Based on the nature of that plea agreement, Mr. Coleman, what's the state's position with regard to a bond pending or bond reduction pending pre-sentence report?
The defendant shows to be a 25-year-old with no criminal history. However, there are some
Big turning point right here. The defendant avoids immediate jail time with a reduced bond, but it comes with strict conditions like GPS monitoring. This is basically the court saying we're watching your every move when mistake from here, and the entire plea deal could collapse. Question for you: would you take this deal or risk going to trial?
circumstances related to the underlying offense. I don't know if the court is, there was some violence alleged with regard to the underlying offense. Just for the court's information, we would defer to the court on that, but I just want to make the court fully aware of kind of.
And Your Honor, we are asking if the court would consider a reduction. Mr. Thornton has no intention of returning to that property. He will.
Where would you be living when you're released, Mr. Thornton?
2918 Avenue B.
That's in Beaumont.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm going to do pending sentencing based on the nature of your plea agreement, Mr. Thornton, is reduce your bond in your case to $2,500. If you make that bond, at least pending sentencing, I'm going to order that you wear a GPS monitoring device. That'll make sure that you're following all of the rules. You're not going anywhere near
Maida.
the apartments, is it Northridge Manor?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't go anywhere near those. And if you do everything you're supposed to between now and sentencing, then I'm not necessarily saying you'll have to wear that while you're on probation or for very long. But if you make that bond while the case is pending, I want to make sure that you're following all of those rules. It's very important if you make that bond, a couple of things. In addition to getting that GPS and staying away from the Northridge apartments, you're going to get some documentation today from probation. If you are released soon, then the very first thing you do is go to probation so they can do that pre-sentence report. If you don't go and don't follow through with those appointments, then you run the risk of me not accepting the plea agreement. Things could be worse. Do you understand?
Yes.
Also, if you are arrested for anything between now and when you come back for sentencing, you run the risk of me not accepting the plea agreement. Okay?
Yes.
All right. You can go back with the bailiff.